Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome. There we go. Welcome, everybody. Another day. Another day in paradise. Okay. Okay. So, who is out and about today? Hope everybody's doing well, feeling well. Oh, almost done my coffee. I think I'm going to have to make some more coffee. Yeah. It's just going down too fast today. Absolutely too fast. A couple of things. I did my blog this morning. Talked a little bit about uh some of the some of the changes and the influences that are going to be coming in on 2024, and what sort of a peek into what the um is going to be unfolding, looking at working at a on a just a downloadable uh, PDF for people so that they can do their own astrology class, and just to have as their own reference. So I'm looking into how to outline it, how to do it, so that you get the information that you know that you will need. But I'm doing the peek into yeah, the peek into 2024, and what you know the outline or the theme. I know I called it the Kraken, uh which is one thing I called it, but it is also looking at a lot of the planetary changes that are going to be coming in. We have, I mean, Neptune is going to get to 29 degrees but not go into Aries in 2024. We have Pluto that is going to be in Aquarius until September of 2024, and then retrograde back into Capricorn for a short while. And with the Pluto coming to an end, and we also have, to the end of Capricorn, and Neptune nearing the end of Pisces, this is going to be spending a load of time at a sensitive position called the now, if I can say this properly, bear with me. Anorectic anorectic degree, meaning it is a crucial degree within astrology, and it pushes us to take action now. So 2024 is what we are going to be experiencing, is taking like a push to take action. This is both the planets are ready to change signs, so we can feel this frantic push, right? And this is going to bring in a chance, this is going to bring in this well, we'll still have a chance before we miss it, but this is a time to clear out and get things done. So a lot of times people wonder, like, well, why are you doing this then, and why are you doing that? Is when I look at good morning, everybody. When I look at the planetary energies and I look at what is going to happen, things that I feel like the peak into 2024. So it gives you sort of a footing to step on. It's not that it's, I mean, when you can look at it in a negative way, this push that's coming in to push you to get, the world. I mean, this is going to be on a global energetic level, that it is pushing us to get to a point. It's pushing us to take action, where right now a lot of things are just sitting on the fence. Nobody's taking any action. They're kind of watching how things go. But next year is a year where there is going to be this full on push. And that's when, especially when planets change, begin to start to change into another sign, especially ones who've been in a sign for a long time. So we're looking at, for Pluto 15 years in Capricorn, right? And so they take a long time, and same with, Neptune, take a long time to go through the transit of that planet. So there's a lot of lessons that we have had to learn in these last 2 decades, right? And taking these lessons on how we are going to, hopefully, if we've learned anything, through it all, and take the action to go forward. And how are we going to take the action to go forward? And that is where in 2024, where we are going to be finding, where the planets are saying is time to get going, baby. Right? It's time to get going. So these planets are readying uh, to change signs, so we can feel this frantic push to take action. Now, with Pluto, as it'll retrograde back into Aquarius and stay there till September, and it'll retrograde back up. And then on September 1st, I believe it goes back into um, Capricorn. And it's going to be at the end of that end of Capricorn. So it's going to be at the very major karmic ending of degrees in Capricorn. So we got to think of what that all will look like, what that means, what does it mean, the whole situation of Pluto just being in Capricorn, and what that has resulted in our life, and what that looks like in our life since 2008. This is where it's like, okay, all right, well, have we learned what we needed to learn? Same with Neptune and Pisces, a very spiritual energy. Have we come together within our spirituality? This is why you're seeing a great divide right now when it comes to the religious war, right? And that's why, a year or two ago, I said we're coming into a religious war. We're coming into the war of the gods. And because of where Pisces is, and where Neptune is in Pisces, and what that means as it unfolds, because Neptune is in a spiritual, highly spiritual sign. This is a sign of the divine. It is a sign of the connection. It is also the sign of karma and hidden secrets. So we have a coming to an end of, hidden secrets that are going to be coming out, religion wars coming out. I mean, they're going to be starting to come to very escalating elevations that we are going to be witnessing, because things are coming to a push. It has to come out in some way, and it has to be seen in some way. Now, it is how we are wanting to take a look at it, how we are wanting to see it, how we want to um, work with it, is up, it's choices, you could say. I believe, when I look at the astrology and understanding more of the astrology, is things come together because they need to come together. Um, Freedom of choice is kind of a broad statement, because we see this energy that comes in, and it has to be worked through. You can't ignore it. It's not something that you say, push off, push off. I ain't going to deal with that. It comes to you in your face in some way of what you need to be working with. Now, I um yesterday, I mean, it was crazy. A lot of people were very frustrated, very overwhelmed with the traffic. And I'm just going by Calgary, with what the traffic was in Calgary, and um how it was a little bit crazy yesterday. Nobody was paying attention. Even this morning, trying to get back home from my daughter's house, which isn't very far away in Calgary logistics, took us a while. I sort of had to go around the back roads, because all the main arteries, we're going to call it, to going either to the downtown core and stuff, were backed up, like backed up. And there was a fender bender finally when I drove by, because I took some back ways. fender bender that we saw was the cause, and it was off to the side. It wasn't in the middle of the road, but I mean, it caused so much um chaos, and that's what we're going to be seeing. It's like these little fender benders within our lives, within that's around us, are going to cause a lot of backup within our lives and within the world around us, and how we are going to be dealing with it. Now, how that affected that one thing, how those people affected a mass city. And that's what we're going to be really seeing more and more. And this is where we are going to have to step into a new way of looking at the world, a new way of how we are going to want to move forward in our lives. So we need to really look at things that are happening, things that we need to release, and let them go. It's not it's not going to be worth hanging on to whatever grudges, whatever um deep emotional attachments you have to things, because you're going to find that the word frivolous comes to my mind, but I don't necessarily mean that they're going to be frivolous, but they're things that no longer are within our alignment, that we need to release them. We need to let them go. And right now we have Neptune coming to a stop. He's at basically not moving. And as he comes to stop later on this week, he's going to be going forward. And we're going to feel that transition of the energy. It's kind of like a big ship in the middle of the ocean coming to a dead stop, and then starting to make the turnaround to go back. So it's going to cause some waves, it's going to cause some ripples, and we're going to feel that, okay, things are going to start moving in a new direction, in a different way. So this is bringing a lot up, and we have the moon that has an opposition to Neptune right now. It's like, how are we feeling this all? How are you taking on a lot of the anxiety, the stress, the overwhelmness? And I'll feel like you can't catch a break, whatever you're doing. So the feeling of, oh my God, I can't catch a break. I go down this way and I'm blocked. I go down this way and then blocked. So this is where you really have to, okay, I need to sort of take my time. I can't push against this. I can't. It's almost like you're wanting to push a wave back out into the ocean. It's not going to work, right? It's not going to work. The wave has to come in. It has to complete its crash. It has to complete it. So we are going to be finding that there's, this big wave coming in that it has to complete. You can't stop it from hitting the shore. It has to come in, it has to finish what it needs to do. And once it does, it resents and it goes back, and then there's the calmness, hopefully. Except the carnage, that all has to be fixed. So we have so many tough transits right now. The energy is very low. The energy isn't high, upbeat, let's get going. Jupiter is retrograde till the end of the month. We have on December 15th, we have Mr. Mercury going retrograde all the way into the new year. This is sloppy. This is slow. This is the sloth, right? And there is going to be a lot that's going to be revealing for us. And this is a test of our faith, a test of how we have the stamina to continue on our journey, and how we're doing it. Like, what do you have in your toolbox? What are you relying on in your toolbox? Are you utilizing your toolbox? Or are you just, sort of duck and cover, and hopefully nothing hits you? You know, this is this is like, no, you can't duck and cover. You can't go and hide, because you're going to find that you're going to get showered. You're going to get showered in some way with it all. So we are coming in where we're closing the books of a significantly tough year And as this next year, thanks to Neptune and Pluto, along with huge lunar eclipses that are going to be coming in Pisces on September 17th, that eclipses is bound to bring up more endings and karma and emotions. So none of this we are finishing, like we are ready to let go of. We are making room for the new to come. So we're having to release a lot of karmic baggage. So hence, the releasement of 2023 is something that I feel it really we need to do this. I haven't done a releasement like this for quite some time, and I'm putting it out for $30 right now. And it is on January 6th. I feel it is something that people are going to need. Like, I know right now people are like, "Oh, I don't know, maybe I don't know what this is all about. Maybe it's like I just feel such an urge to like let people know we need to do some releasing. We need to really start working on this part so that our 2024 is not going to be as crazy as what it's going to unfold, and that we're able to work through it and be able to ride the waves instead of getting smashed down by them. Because if you've ever been smashed down by a wave, it's not fun. Maybe the little ones when you're going in and you're feeling the little bloop and you're getting woo woo. But when a big wave comes in, what it does, if anybody's been surfing or done any surfing, it's like if you're riding a wave, if you got it good and you're really doing fabulous, it's great. But when that wave can come in, a big wave can come in and curl around you and pull you back out. And depending how high that wave is the depth it takes you down, right? So this is where it's like, okay, you know what? I want to learn how to ride this wave. I want to learn how to utilize this energy so that if something does happen and I fall and it does encompass me, I have the tools in my toolkit in order to get back to the surface. That I'm not going to get drowned, that I'm not going to get so overwhelmed, that I'm able to come back to a place that is going to bring in my reverence and my meditation, and it's going to help me to get the clarification. So I am not feeling the insecurity and the anxiety that is really going to take hold, because next year is the tensions. I mean, we're already feeling the tensions that are coming up, and the escalation is there. The escalation is there because the frustration, people are feeling the frustrations and the overwhelmness. You hear it when you go to the grocery store. You hear it when people are talking. They're fed up. So it's coming to a point where they're talking about it. So when humans start to talk about things, all right, that's the first step, because now they're starting to voice. For a while they could be compliant and yeah, okay, well, we'll do this. This is right. Then all of a sudden they start seeing the craziness and the chaos and the other manipulations that are happening. Then they're like, no, 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 no. Something's wrong here, and I don't agree with it. Something's wrong here and I don't agree with it. And sometimes it takes us a while to get on board with it all. Sometimes it takes us a while to figure it, yeah, there's some shit that's happening. As in, many astrologers out there try to warn people and let people know, but that's one of the reasons why they want to shut astrologers and a lot of psychics up, because they do predictions and they see things, they feel things, they're an empath, and they want to let people know that, hey, this is what we need to start doing, and we need to start preparing for all of this. And if we're not preparing for all of this, then we're going to find that it's going to be very difficult when it comes in to really find our way back up to the surface. And many people won't be able to find their way back up to the surface because either they don't have the tools or they don't want to hear it. They don't want to believe it. On the floor of the Senate yesterday in the United States, and I even mentioned this, and I'm like, you guys have all, I know many of you heard me about the draft for I don't know how long and talking about the draft, that I have mentioned that, you know what? You're bringing young, able men coming into the countries. What do you think they're going to do with them? Not only are some of them sleepers, but I don't think they're expecting to be drafted into the army where they're going to be given an ultimatum. Either you join and you do well and you serve us good and you live, you survive, you become an American citizen. They did that in Vietnam. That's how my husband went to Vietnam, right? He was there on a scholarship. He wasn't an American, but he was there on a scholarship. But he was also the right color for them to have night snipers too, in the jungle. And they get a very short camp, like a boot camp. So they don't get a regular boot camp. So they basically do a rush job of training them because they need able-bodied men to be out there. And right now, the United States doesn't have a lot of able-bodied men, you know. Anyways, we won't go there. But this is what came up, and they want to pass this bill. Unknown caller. Oh, sorry. And they're wanting to pass this bill, and that bill is going to get passed. That is one of the first steps. That is the first steps that they're going to, and when they start doing that, oh, well, why would they be doing that? What's going on? What's happening? Because they're preparing. They know they need to have this, right? So this is an awakening. This is a wake-up call. This is what's going on. And it's for us to wake up, for us to see it, for us to really take a look and say, what are we doing to prepare for all of us and for our own selves upon this journey? And as we are going to be finding the push, and it's going to be a crazy push, because I have if they find those men who went to Ottawa and honked a lot guilty and put them and put them in jail, yet others that are doing not nice things on our streets at this time, that's going to send a huge revolt. That's what's going to be the tipper for Canada. Just saying, that's going to be a tipper for Canada. So if that happens, we are going to see a huge craziness start happening here in Canada. And this is where, again, it's not to fearmonger. It's being real, being aware, understanding, not having your head in the sand, because having your head in the sand, it's just going to cause more pain to you than it is to anybody else at the end of the day. Can you turn that heat down, please, babe? Whew. Oh. So that's going to be a very interesting scenario there, because they go back in March. So, yeah, I think he turned it up bigger than 20. But it's weird. Anyways, let me grab, I will do the reveal for card 1, 2, and 3. I'll do that reveal later on this evening. But right now we will pull in the cards and take a look. at what's unfolding. Also, if you are wanting a reading, 3 readings for $150 right now, that's $50 a reading. And if you are wanting to purchase them, let me know. If you're finding that's a little bit steep for your pocket at this time, but you want to, if you're wanting to purchase it and you're finding it steep for your pocket right now, if you're able to put half down and pay and give me a time when you're going to pay the second half, we can do that. The thing is that I'm a spiritual house. We're going to call it the Guru Mama is the spiritual house. We want to make sure that people are able to get the spiritual guidance that they need at this time. And it's more imperative over this next year than ever before. And it is so important for us to make sure that you get the guidance, that you need. Now, I was doing the light to dark, but I didn't get very many people who were interested in it. So it's going to come out in different ways of working for doing that energy, because to me it's going to be really light to dark, from dark to light, I should say. It's going to be really important. I don't know how to stress this. It's just like when I tell people to start stocking up on shit. This is like another stocking up, but it's a spiritual stock up. It's a spiritual stamina. It's something that we need, like this spiritual energy that's coming in for us to stay courageous, stay bold, be able to be determined and come into the determination with discernment and peace through this all is going to be part of it, and coming to terms with the peace. And because Pluto in Aquarius is death. That's what it is. Pluto in Aquarius. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was from 1776 to 1797, which was the start of the Industrial Revolution. It was the American Revolution. It was the French Revolution. There's a lot of death that happened, and there wasn't a lot of births. There was a high death rate in birth, with babies. So many children, even after they were born, died. If they lived past 5, it was, a celebration. And then even if they lived past 9, 10, it was another huge celebration. So this is where we're coming into a time where there is going to be high death. And we're already witnessing it in different ways, but it's going to come in other ways as well. So we have to be able to be prepared for it, because we're in a world that doesn't understand death. We're in a world that doesn't understand when somebody dies, and we're not used to it. We're not used to seeing that um in our face, and it's a difficult one for many, um in understanding what death is. And the death, we're going to be witnessing that as well. So that's why it's so important to start to build your spiritual self, so that you have more peace within inside yourself and for those around you, and being able to hold that light for that, with transformations that are going to be unfolding. Ooh, you're back again. So, as I said, the 3 readings for 150. The peak into 2024 is $30, and so is the releasement for 2023. You got locked out. You got locked out of your own store. That's funny. How's your store going? Are you? I'm hoping you're doing well with it. I'm hoping it does well. There we go. So let us come in. The 4 of Summers. The Four of Wands. So we got to trust there's a reason for everything that happens. Four of Cups, I mean. It is the Four of Cups is, well, not now. The Four of Cups is when, the cup is there, there's an invitation to take something new, but you're afraid because you're seeing, you're focusing on your fears, you're focusing on other things. And there is, when you're focusing on the fright and the worries, you're not able to be open to accepting what is new that is coming forward for you. So be open to the newness, be open to something that is coming forward for you, and don't try and hide away from it, because there is definitely, oh, it's funny, this um a renewal. So releasing the judgment, releasing any judgment that you have on yourself, right? So the renewal is the judgment card, right? It's the judgment card. So there is this judgment that you might be having. This is a time of releasing and letting go, so you can accept this gift that's coming in, that's being handed to you, and understanding that wanting to remove you from what isn't working. Right? It wants to remove you from what isn't working, to give you something new, to give you that gift. And this is to understand your life purpose. This is to release the judgment of yourself and others. So today, it is another like really low energy, harsh kind of energy day. And this is when you got to go to your spiritual bank and say, hey, hey, God, hey, goddess, hey, angels, hey, guides, I need help. I need, pump me up, baby. I need to have that oomph today. I need to have that, understanding or some clarity. Please, guide me, because theirs is always full. The divine's always full. The universe always, it just may not feel like it, but the divine's cup is always full. It's always full. Ours gets drained because we're human on an earth walk. But we have an expectations, because we're on this earth walk, that we focus on all our fears and we focus on everything else, because what's craziness. And here's the divine saying, hey, he's constant, she's constant, right? There's a constant divineness that is there. It doesn't falter. We just have to be able to be accepting of it, and ask for it and say thank you, right? So that cup comes in, and says, hey, yeah, shit might happen, you're focusing on, but you got to turn around, look at the beauty that is around, look at the things that you do have, be grateful, there is something there, because you do have that strength card comes in. And a lot of times, when you're going through shit, when it's like somebody telling you to, stop being angry. Don't tell me to fucking stop being angry. I can be angry if I want. This is the strength card coming in saying you have the strength. It's through the grace of the divine. It's through the grace of God and inner strength that you can overcome, that you have that power of the kindness and the forgiveness, not only of yourself, but for others too. And it's to embrace that beauty you have, embrace that substance, that scrumptiousness, that luscious, delicious juiciness of your soul, and allowing yourself to come into that effervescent of divineness, which is you. But when we're stuck, and the renewal and the strength card are major arcana, so they are the ones connected with the divine. Five of Cups is us down here, and we're like, oh, but look at this is all spilled. This isn't working. And all we do is have to turn around and say, hey, yeah, whew, okay, we got this. We got these two cups. We got a bridge over there that we can cross. There's beautiful castle over here we could go spend the night in. We're going we're being provided for. So understand your life purpose. Understand that there is a purpose for everything that we do and everything that happens to us. And although we may not understand it, although it may feel like fucking shit and overwhelmness, and it's like, this is stupid, this shouldn't happen to me, why is this happening to me, blah blah blah, we go on and on and on, instead of saying, okay, this too I shall overcome. This too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this lesson. All right. But I've learned it. Now I'm asking for the substance to carry on and to see a solution through it. I'm coming forth. And I just feel like you just have to sort of pull it down. Got to pull it down. You got to pull it down. And it's in doing that, that you got to ask for help. Incomes, you got to ask for help. It's the 10 of wands, the 10 of springs. It's like, I'm going to carry this all up myself. I'm going to do it all by myself. And then you're going to whine and complain that shit's not going your way, but you're trying to do all the fucking shit yourself. Go for a coffee. Go grab a coffee. It's beautiful. It's going to be plus 15 here today in Calgary. So embrace, right? Because there's guidance there for us all. And it's amazing how it works out, but it may not be working out the way that you thought in your head would work out too. Charlene is locked out of her store. I'm just going to ask, why'd you leave your store? I'm like, why'd you leave your store? Your purse is in there and stuff. What? I don't understand. But that's okay. It'll work out. It'll work out. So to plug the meter. Don't you have an app? Got to get the app. Got to get the app. So you can do it on your phone. So sending out, because their prices here. And I go, ooh. So yeah. Go forward, people. Go forward. But definitely, I know poor Charlene. Know that there is substance there for you. And know if you are wanting well, the city has to make money. But I'm just curious to find out. I'm just like me. I don't know. Did you lock your door when you left? How could you lock your door if your keys are still inside? Does your door automatically lock when you leave? Oh, I hope it turns around too. I hope it breaks. Hope you're putting Vicks on your chest there, Dana. That's what my husband would do. He'd rub down. Got to rub down with Vicks. Rub it on the bottom of your feet so it pulls out and stuff. So, yes. And just smother yourself with lots of Vicks and stuff. So, but I'm going to send you out. Well, Char, keep us updated on how's it. You should do a video on this of you being locked out. There you go. Put it on YouTube or something. Put it on Instagram. Me being locked out. Crazy chaos in my life. So I lock the door while I'm in before and I opened, then I couldn't reopen. Oh. So you lock the door when you go into the store so nobody can come in. And then when you open, you unlock the door. Hold on, I'm trying to People, we are trying to figure out Char's dilemma. Okay. So when you come in, do you plug your meter when you come in and park, or do you wait to plug your meter after you're in and then you decide to leave to go plug the meter again? It's jammed. Oh, okay. Well, good luck, honey. Good luck with that. So, and good luck with Dana. Hopefully, you're feeling a lot better. My grandson is home again today. He threw up last night again. So, he's not feeling very well, although he did ask for some toast. So, feeling a little bit better, get some of that toast on. Has to top up the meter. Has to top up. Probably has to top up the meter. Yes. Yes, but I was full handed, so I only had a quarter. So I had to go back out to plug it. Oh, do you, here's my next question. Here in Calgary and in a lot of other places, they have an app. Can you download an app for you to pay for your meter? And that way it's on your phone and then you just pay that way? Can you do that? Because I know sometimes that's what we have here, but maybe Moose Jaw is not big enough to have an app. you know, uh, and do you have a back alley that you could park or not? I guess you don't have any other parking except street parking. So I don't. It's Moose Jaw. I don't know. It's Saskatchewan. Who knows? Whereas Shar is in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. She opened a store. She's locked out of her store, got jammed because she was going to. I know Moose Jaw should be urban enough. It should be. Yes, Moose Jaw should be urban enough. You think it is urban enough, but yeah, it's Saskatchewan. Have you guys ever driven in Saskatchewan when it snows? You would think a province that gets a lot of snow would be very good at clearing their roads. Same in Manitoba. Only have a sweater on too. It's like -7. Starting to get a wee bit cold. Is there an estimate on how long it's going to take the locksmith to get to you? Because maybe there's only one. Is there only one locksmith in I don't know. Maybe there's only one guy who does the locksmithing. Anyways, the scenario. Oh my goodness. You have to keep us updated on this, Charlene. We need to know what happens. Is someone coming with a spare key? She's called a locksmith, Dana. A locksmith is supposed to be coming out. She only has a sweater on and it's -7. Oh no, I don't even think we can leave now. Now we are drawn into your story. We need to know what is going on. We need to know when the locksmith is going to be there. So I know, poor thing, poor thing. Oh, it's like we have, and she has to pee. Oh my God, don't pee yourself. That's like, then you're gonna have to leave to go home and get changed. Uh, do you have tap on your phone? Do you upload your card onto your phone? Like have the wallet? I know. Do you have the wallet on your phone where you have your card on your phone and all you do is have to click click and then tap? We got to get this girl set up in the modern day. You need to get the wallet so you get your phone, get your card on your phone so you're not locked out. Run to a neighboring store to wait and see. Yeah, can you go to, is there a neighboring store? That's a good idea, Dana. Is there a neighboring store you could go and see? And then maybe even the coffee shop, like you just let them know, oh my God, I locked I just need to go pee. You got a cute coffee shop downtown. Could you go into the cute little coffee shop or something and they'll let you use the potty? We gotta find out. Yes, and use the loo there, definitely. I Yeah, I don't know. We're trying to give you solutions here. Because if it's cold outside and you have to pee, when you see the toilet, you might pee yourself. But I was waiting for the guy. I know you're waiting for the guy, but you're gonna pee your pants. The dilemma is real, girl. It's real. We know you have the strength, know. Try not to think about peeing. So, but yeah, wow. You know, it's if he doesn't show up in the next 15 minutes, I would, or even the next 5 minutes, I would definitely go to a neighboring store and you know, and just wait or something. That would be your best bet. So good way to get to know your neighbors, you know. So good way to get to know your neighbors. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna send you guys out with so much love today. And hopefully Charlene gets into her store and is able to go to the bathroom and that she doesn't we don't want you to get frostbite on anything either. Lesson, don't leave your never leave the store without your keys or and yeah. So, and look for an app for, got to look for the app and also get the wallet onto your phone. So at least in emergency, if you don't have your wallet, you can at least go buy yourself a coffee or something because your debit card and stuff is on your phone. Just makes it a little easier. Just saying, instead of having to look for it. So love you all. Guys, have a great day. Don't forget about my sale, and we'll talk to you all soon. Probably later, give you the reveal of Intuitive Tuesday. So, have a great one, and love to all, and to all, a great day. Bye bye. Good luck, Charlene. Keep us informed, please, and updated. Bye bye.